good morning. It's about 5:30 on Wednesday morning. I'm down here running almost into Tennessee. I got about 4 or 5 miles to go. And heading to Brownsville this morning once again. I don't know if you've ever crossed the Mississippi River at around the crack of dawn. But every now and then I catch it just as the sun's coming up. It's a beautiful sight. I don't know if you've traveled, but I've been to 48 states and to Mexico. And I know a lot of people, they'll take their vacation and they'll go all around the world and all kinds of different places. But we got enough in this country, in this United States, that is awe-inspiring and breathtaking. If you're going to do vacations, I would suggest put on your bucket list to go to every state. There's something in every state that just makes it its own, makes it beautiful. I get asked a lot, what's your favorite state? I really don't know. I love the mountains, the Rockies. You can stop at some of the lookouts and it's just breathtaking. But then you can go to the eastern side, to the Appalachian Mountains, and it's the same thing. It's breathtaking. It's awe-inspiring. But then again, I like the desert. Love the desert. You can see for miles. Everybody's like, well, it's just brown and this and that. But really, it's not. It's majestic. There's something about it. There's a vastness about the desert that really makes you realize how small you are. It's kind of like the ocean. When you look out across the ocean, you realize how insignificant you are. Then we look at the plains of Kansas. Yeah, they're boring to drive through. But if you can really stop and just enjoy and see the sunrise over the wheat fields and go up to Wyoming and Montana and up north, and I've drove and seen moose. I don't know what you'd say. One moose, 2 moose. I don't know. Are there mooses? Are they moosers? I don't know. But I've seen a moose walk down the middle of the service road. I drove up on herd of bison or buffalo, whatever you call them. I don't know the difference. I think they're bison in this country. But I've seen bison bedded down by a creek as I come over the bridge. And been through the hills of Tennessee, been over the mighty Mississippi. So many things. I've been to Maine. I don't like driving in the Northeast. The roads are not trucker friendly. But the views are exceptional. Been to New York City at 3 in the morning when Times Square lit up. Every state has something. Texas has the Gulf. Utah, and here's the Mississippi. Utah has the salt flats, exceptionally beautiful. When the salt flats have water on them, it looks like you're looking at a sheet of glass. And when they're dry, and it's not had no rain, it is the whitest white. You know, it's just so beautiful out there, pure white. Then I've been on Highway 50 out there from Utah into Nevada, the loneliest highway in the United States. Seen the herds of cattle, mountains, to the Gulf. Do yourself a favor, if at all possible. Get out and look at this great nation of ours. Meet the people. I've been down to Cajun country, and I know they got the Mardi Gras and all that. Get away from the tourist places and get back to where you meet real people. Not people who's trying to sell you something, not people who's trying to make a big show to draw in tourists, but get to where you can see the real people. I've talked to the Cajuns down there that they didn't like New Orleans, didn't like Mardi Gras the way New Orleans did it, but they did it the old way and kept the traditions alive. I've been in the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, and I've talked to people down there that, you know, they have their own dialect, their own accent. I like the accent. But, been to New York, went walking around the streets, got me a hot dog from a hot dog vendor on the street. Everybody needs to go to New York and do that. Try the local cuisine whenever possible. Get down to the little Ma and Pa restaurant. Get away from the chain restaurants. It's one thing I tell my wife when we go somewhere. I'm like, let's try something that we can't get anywhere else. I love Italian food. Olive Garden's great, but take me to St. Louis to the Hill. If you've never been to the Hill in St. Louis, it is, I think, one of the last Italian communities in the nation. Go to St. Louis, go to the Hill. I know they got Busch Gardens, and I know they got the ball team and all that. Get beyond that. Get beyond the tourist stuff. When you're on vacation, don't be a tourist. Get in the community. You know, Murdu, South Dakota. Great big museum, car museum there. It's, last time I was there, it was getting a little run down. But they have stuff there, you know, that can teach your kids about history. They had a mobile home from the 1800s. They had Tom Mix. which was the first movie star. They had one of his cars there. My favorite car, the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard. They had one of those there. It was just really neat. And it's stuff like that that we need to get into and we need to see. If you're into nature, man, so many beautiful campsites. I will always talk up Utah. I lived there for a short time. Just majestic views in the mountains and the snowfall and all that. This is a rough part of the road. But there's so many things in this great nation that we need to learn to enjoy what we got. Because you never know when it'll be gone. And I've seen a lot of changes. I've been driving truck now for 25 years. I've been traveling even longer than that. I made my first move in 1997. I packed up in the middle of the night. I grabbed a bus to St. Louis, Missouri, jumped on an airplane and flew to Salt Lake City. In 1999, I started driving. So from 97 to 99, I lived in Missouri, Illinois, Utah, Georgia, Arkansas in them 2 years. And then in 1999, I started driving truck. January of 99. And so I've been all over. And I've seen a lot of changes. And I've seen a lot of beautiful places. You know. Get changed, tore down, trees cut down. And not that all man-made things are bad or you know, the man-made sites ain't beautiful. One of the most beautiful things I think I ever seen is Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming from the north, heading south, and you come off the hill, you can stop up on a mountaintop there and just look out over Las Vegas and see all the lights. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. Get out, see the country, enjoy the country that we have. Get to know the people. Be surprised how much people are alike. I know you know, we hear a lot about diversity and different culture groups and stuff, but down at the end of it all, people's just people. Yeah, you'll hear different accents, you'll have different thoughts and ideas. That's fine, to each their own. You do you. But God's blessed us with a beautiful place. Blessed us with a beautiful country. He put us here. I think it's our job to do our best to preserve it. I love nature. I love being outdoors. Except for in the summer. I do like my AC. But get out. Enjoy what we have. Show your kids what we have. You can fly to and from, and I know that might be easier, but you miss a lot. Get out, drive somewhere. Don't even have to have a destination, just a direction. Get off the interstates, get off the main highways, kick down some back roads. If you're out west, make sure you got plenty of gas. So what I like to do is get in the car and just take off driving until I get lost. Then just GPS your way the fastest way back home so you can close up your vacation before it's too late. Hot Springs, Arkansas, beautiful place. cool little train museum, railroad museum there. We went there just the other day. That's only an hour and a half from the house. Oklahoma has the overhead McDonald's, and if you got kids, they probably like McDonald's. Goes over the interstate, and it's pretty neat. It's toll road, you gotta pay tolls to get there, but it'll be worth it. It's a cheap little trip if you're close. There's so many fascinating things in this country of ours. Yeah, I've never been to Alaska or Hawaii. I think that would be neat, but I don't like to travel that far. I don't like to depend on other people to get me where I need to go. I'd rather drive myself. We have 48 states in Canada. You can drive to. Get out and take a drive. But remember, if you do, shiny side up, greasy side down, keep it between the ditches. And I'll catch you on the flip-flop.